After Governor Gavin Newsom survived California's recall election, many people are wondering just how easy is it to get to the point of having a recall election for the governor. Welcome back. I'm Marcella Lee.
I'm Carlo Cicchetto. Some critics say it's much too easy. And while many Democrats are celebrating today, questions are swirling about the process and the fact that the election itself cost the state an estimated $300 million.
News 8's Kirsten Holmes is live at the Registrar of Voters tonight with more on the push for reform. Kirsten?
You know, the state of California has been going through the recall process since last year. Supporters of the recall only had to get 12% of the turnout in the last gubernatorial election to get Gavin Newsom on the ballot again against challengers. Critics of the recall say that is way too easy and it's expensive.
California has one of the lowest thresholds in the United States for recalling a governor. Our recall rules were written 110 years ago when trains were the biggest business in California, and we haven't touched them since then.
Laura Fink is a political strategist who says the gubernatorial recall process in California needs to be reformed.
Right now, only 12% of the previous elections voters need to sign on that dotted line. Increasing that to 20 or 25% would put us more in line with many other states.
A New York Times report found that since 1911, at least 179 recall attempts have been made against state office holders, and every governor of California since 1960 has faced at least one. However, most of those don't even make the ballot.
75% of voters want to see the recall option continue in California. However, majorities of voters want to see potentially some different reforms. Tighten up the rules so that minority party may not use it as a crowbar to open a back door into the governor's mansion. Having a governor of California elected by a small fraction of the voters is something that a lot of people care about reforming.
San Diego County alone, according to the San Diego County Registrar of Voters, spent $22 million to administer the recall election. Projections keep Governor Gavin Newsom in office with an overwhelming majority.
How many desks in schools could we purchase? How many small businesses could we help? How much health care could we provide, or homelessness funding could that be a catalyst for?
Laura Fink, the political strategist you just heard from, also told me that there is a lawsuit going through the courts right now that questions the constitutionality of the gubernatorial recall process here in the state of California. This, as Californians are getting ready to head back to the polls whether or not to vote to keep Governor Newsom in office next year in November 2022.
Kirsten, the race has been called by AP and others, but we're still waiting for official results. The registrar has a lot of votes to count, so when do they think we'll have the election results certified?
Those results should be certified on October 14th, and the Registrar of Voters, the interim director here, said not a moment before that date.
All right, Kirsten Holmes reporting from the Registrar of Voters office in San Diego. Thanks, Kirsten.